All right, so it has a little bit more poke than I'm used to, or that I like. That's due to the fact that this has a SN95 rear end in it. And these are the wheels off of the black car, obviously. So it does stick out a little bit. But I guess I can get over it for just a one-day deal. So we're gonna take this tomorrow to Bradenton Motorsports Park. They're having a little run day Sunday. Starts early in the morning, like at 9 a.m. And I'm gonna throw on the drag wheels off of the black car since that's down right now. And you know, there's no telling when we're gonna have all the parts we need to put that together. So might as well go have some fun with this. And it's been years since I actually drove a stick car on a track, so let's try it out. I'm gonna throw the front wheels on too. I wasn't as worried about the front wheels as I was the rears. The rears, like I said, I knew that this is a SN95 rear end out of the parts car over there, and it's just a little wider, but you know, I think it'll be okay. I mean, look how much space there is between the inner fender well and the tire. There's a ton of space. So yeah, but I wanted to take this car to the track, see what it does. I don't know, like I hadn't planned on doing that, but you know, like I said, it's gonna be so long before we get this going that might as well just go have some fun with this thing. We'll probably tear the clutch out of it and maybe break the transmission, but you know, that's why we have a trailer, and I'm not too worried about it. I have another transmission. The third gear in that transmission is a little bit iffy. So I do have another transmission right here. This is actually a 4-cylinder T5, and we can switch out the input shaft for the one that's in the other car. And yeah, so if we blow it up, we have another transmission, no big deal. But I won't be launching it too hard. You know, probably have to leave it at lower RPM just because of, you know, this is not a slick, this is a radial, and typically it's not really good to use radials when you're stick shift racing. So we'll have to lower the pressure down quite a bit and kind of leave soft on it. Just see what it does. This is just for fun, guys. I don't, you know, this has got GT40P heads. This has an N41 Anderson cam. What else? Pretty much it. I mean, it's got Max Shorty headers, a 600 CFM carb, power steering, pretty clean. I haven't really done anything to it. Yeah, so anyway, let me finish putting the wheels on, and we'll take it out front for a little test drive. I'll make 2 different videos. I'll make one video today, and maybe in the comments you guys can put what you think it'll run in the 1/8 and the quarter. I'll run this thing to the quarter. I don't really care. So let me know what you think, and yeah, let me get this thing put together and we'll take it out front and try it out. All right, so I had to do a little trickery up front here in order to get these wheels to fit. Obviously these wheels are not made for these SN95 calipers, or I think that's what they are. So I had to actually grind down the caliper just a little bit here and add a 5/16, I think it's 5/16 inch spacer. So I had to run up to the auto parts store and get this little spacer, otherwise it just crashes right into the caliper. But it doesn't stick out, you know, so not like the back. The back looks hideous, but this is just temporary. This is something I wanted to go to the track and try. And I just actually drove it around here a little bit, and it's rubbing a little, so I don't want to tear up my new tires. So what I'm going to do, so keep in mind with this whole, you know, taking this thing to the track, I don't expect much because I mean, if you think about it, I'm running like handling springs and, you know, the Ibach Pro dampers are made for like handling. They're not made for drag racing, okay? So I don't expect much out of this at all, but I want to try to do whatever I can to you know, to not ruin my tires, number one, and number two, maybe help the 60 foot a little bit. So, oh, I did take apart the whole rear end of this car too. Because I got a few things in that I was waiting for. I got these little pucks that I'm gonna use for alignment to do the 9-inch ends. So, but that being said, I took the springs and everything out, and I got the springs right here. And what I can do, it's not very hard. These springs right here are a half a coil cut off, I believe it's a half coil. And so that'll raise up the rear end on the white car. So I'll just switch out the springs and see if I can get this up a little bit so I don't tear up my new tires. You can see I just rubbed a little bit right there, just riding around here. But I mean, not too bad. I mean, I could get away with it, but you know, taking it on and off the trailer and all that, it could put a groove in them. So let me change the springs, and then we'll take this out front and see how it goes. All right guys, so here is what's on there now, and these are going to be just a touch taller, not much. You can see maybe half an inch at most, so it'll give me a little more clearance. And then we'll add a spacer too. We'll add this on top of that, give us even a little bit more. But yeah, and so what I'm going to do is I know I mentioned that you know, we've got those Eibach shocks on there. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and throw these on because I took them off of here temporarily. So that's one bolt. I mean, we'll just throw those on there, or two bolts rather, and that way we can try to get a little separation maybe. Who knows? But anyway, let me put these on, and yeah, we'll go take this thing for a test drive. All right, so we gained about, I would say, another ½ inch of clearance. So before I could stick my finger in there, and pretty much that was all the room that was available. And now you see I got quite a bit of room. We're all buttoned up back here, got the shocks in, and we got it all complete, even the grocery net, in case we have to go get some groceries after we go to the track. You never know. And then this side the same way. So all right, let's take it out front and let's see what it does. Pretty good just rolling into it, but I'm gonna wait for these cars to pass, and I'm gonna see if I can launch it, try like around 4,500 RPMs and see how it does. It'll be much better than the street, obviously, but we'll see. 3,000 RPMs, or 3,500 maybe. Driver mod. All right, guys, so we made a couple quick little hits there. Didn't want to hook at all. So pretty much this car is it's not set up the way I would typically set it up to go and take it to the drag strip. And the reason being is I still have the lowering springs on the front, okay? And now I've raised the rear. So I don't know if you've watched some of my past videos, but that's basically the opposite of the way I like to set them up. I like to set them up a little higher in the front and a little lower in the back, which gives you some different angles and it helps the rear end separate a little bit. Right now, it feels like it's squatting and it doesn't feel right. But I honestly don't care. I don't expect much. It'll be fun just to go and mess around and, you know, have fun with it. So keep in mind that this car is full weight. You know, we put all of the AC stuff back in, all the heater core, stereo stuff, power steering. I mean, this is basically a full weight car. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I know I don't expect much. If this thing goes 820, 810, I'd be surprised. I'd be happy with that, actually. So if we got into the 7s, I'd be ecstatic. But let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it's going to run at all. It feels like a turd to me, to be honest. But it's been so long since I've driven a stick shift down the track. I used to race in the NMRA Pure Street class for a short amount of time, and I blew up transmissions, blew up clutches, all kinds of stuff, and never really got a hang of it. So the driver's not that good either. But anyway, we'll head to the track tomorrow and see what happens. And yeah, we'll make another video on that. And if you guys throw some guesses, and then we'll go over the time slips when I go to the track. And yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm guessing like 810, 820. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Check y'all later.